Hello, I like to make today a cake called vocaloid character miku, and what I want to do for that, for this recipe I use 16 by 26 rectangular baking tin. We use only one box of a butter cake. You can use vanilla, chocolate, any of your choice. And what we have to do basically for that, if you have much larger patty, you have to use the larger rectangular tin and use 2 boxes of premix cake. Once you mix and bake according to the instruction on the box, what we have to do is we cool down and we level it now with our serrated knife. As you can see, it's nice and straight. So what we do is next we actually need certain parameters. So what I want to have, leave it here as 16, and here we will cut it to about 21. So have your clean ruler and measure everywhere 21. What you do is next trim it away, the extra, we don't need it, and put it aside. So what we do is now rest of our cake we will place on the cake board. Once you trim this part away, place on a cake board and use vanilla frosting, any of course of your choices, depend what cake you make it, and frost all over. So we don't really need huge amount of frosting. It's more like acts as a basically glue to our ready to roll icing or fondant. Once you finish apply frosting, what you do is take 1 packet of ready to roll icing. For 1 box of cake, 600 grams if it's enough, but if you have much larger 2 boxes and a much larger rectangular baking tin you're using, then you could probably buy 2 boxes of ready to roll icing or fondant to make sure it's actually ready for you to cover cake. So what we do is next we take from foil our ready to roll icing or fondant and sprinkle with the powdered icing sugar surface and roll to a size. Make sure it's larger than your cake. What you do is next just simply transfer it on cake, and what we do is we start it from top. Put a little bit powdered sugar on your hands and just work from top to sides. Once you're happy what you achieve, remove the fondant or ready to roll icing from far away first, then bring up a little bit closer to your cake and trim away all extras. Once we trim away all extras of ready to roll icing or fondant, what we do is next we have to make a pattern of our miku. So what we have is I'm using back of a brush, which is nice. It's not a pointy one, but it's nice and kind of roundy. Or you can use a toothpick, as well as if you find it difficulty to make it image, what you have to do, print it image from internet on a size, rough size of your cake, and make sure it fits, of course, in size of your cake. Cut it out and use this template, place it on, and just use a toothpick to draw to all image around. But I using a back of a tooth brush, and once I find it middle, I going from the middle and draw face first, then we go for eyes and here, and all the main patterns. Of course you cannot do all the patterns because it's way too many, but you can do main patterns, which is shape of hair and dress and things like that. So once you've done it all, I just try to place it to, you might be able to see, let's have a look, it just a little bit, you're able to see actual the face and a little bit of a dress. So basically once you've done all that, it's many choices. We can use gel food coloring to go right around, but I find it could be a little bit tricky. But if you find able to find a packet of food decorating paints, it's Americolor brand, which is very useful, makes faster and easier, and it's edible paints, which is designed especially for decorating cakes, which is we can eat them, of course. So we use for this is a different color our decorating paint, and we start from the here. You don't have to do it straight all in, not maybe a little bit finish up all, because you want to make sure that you on the right pattern. So nice and carefully and continue this way. Don't worry straight away about ends. We can finish them a little bit later, that's okay. As you can see, with food edible pen much easier to do. So what we do is we continue basically outline all our patterns, make sure we're able to see what we have on our cake. Once you finish outlining all your cake, as you can see, that's how our miku look like now. So we have the eyes done and main patterns of hair, and basically legs and the clothes. This is main stuff what we have to see. We will add a small little tiny mouse and eyebrows later. And what we do is next we will use ivory gel food coloring, just like this, ivory, and white gel food coloring. So we place white on one side and the ivory another, mix them together to create skin color. And what we do, we start applying on all the patterns where is skin. Of course we don't need it much of the paint because we already been done basically a lot of work on the face already. We just need very small amount on your brush, and we just a little bit outshadow some parts, that's all. Do not get worried if you get a little bit on your hair, because you can always fix it with the blue gel food coloring or the your edible food decorating pen. It's much easier to do. As you can see, we're probably only using half a drop of a paint, that's all. Then we can move to the arms, legs, and what we do next, we'll do hair. Once you finish with your ivory gel food coloring, if you like, add a little bit pink around cheeks. You can use peach cream, peach gel food coloring, and apply literally miserable amount under eyes for cheeks, and you can outshadow a lot of parts of the face, legs and arms. So what we do is, next we use a black gel food coloring for skirt and rest of basically accessories. What we do is, here we have black gel food coloring, white gel food coloring, mix it together, we can get gray color. So what we do with gray color, we use for rest of clothes. Whereas you can see frills do not come close, more like in sort of striking emotion, because frills, they're not really straight. See, you don't want make them really straight, because that's why they're attractive, because they are frills. So when you come closer to them, you just making a little tiny strikes. So finish rest with the gray parts, and anywhere where we need to add more shadow or more of the darker color, what you do is you just add a little bit black gel food coloring and making a little bit more dark of a gray. Do not use it much. As you can see, for whole time I only dip my brush once. That's enough for us to cover all our gray areas, and rest of it will make dark gray. With the blue for the hair, we use electric blue. It's kind of like it's not a sky blue, it's a little bit more deeper. So we have this a little bit in our plate, and we need or water or alcohol base liquid to make it a little bit more liquid, not a gel food coloring. Once you finish with gray coloring, that's how our miku look like now. So last one we do is hair. So as I said, we're using electric blue gel food coloring, and get alcohol, some kind like a clear alcohol like vodka or simple water, or I actually using sort of peppermint sort of extract, or you can use vanilla extract because it's based on alcohol. So place a small amount to get a much lighter, more manageable paint for you to do. Do not use as much as always, because you will find the difficulties to dry your cake, and as well as there could be a lot of smudges too. Take small amount of paint on your brush and do in the motions of your patterns. Do strikes as your patterns go. See, as you can see, our hair goes down, so we drag our paint down. I dip very small amount. That's why you not get much of a problem simply. And what you do is here, a nice and slow emotion, fill up all our patterns. And what we do is, after, if you want to add a little bit of sharpness to your cake, to your lines, let a little bit dry, then use or food edible decorating pen, or use gel with a toothpick and add a little bit sharpness to your patterns. Fill up all the gaps. And what we do is, next, if you like, we can leave it as it is, but if you do want it a little bit different, make very light blue with the same blue. Just add a little bit more water and color rest of cake with this very light to just make it cake a little bit more attractive. Now we finish our cake vocaloid miku, and I hope you do like our creation. As you can see, we basically make it more liquid, our blue gel coloring. You can use water or any kind clear alcohol to dilute it and make it more lighter in color. And also add a small little white dots for the eyes to make it more dramatic look as well. And well, I hope you do like it. Thank you very much for your time with me today, and everything will be in this description box. I find it's very interesting to create this unusual cake. Thank you very much. Until next time, goodbye.